up as myself when I was a fucking teenager. That's genius.
All the Screamo kids would wear that shit.
Yeah, so then I got into Screamo because then I would have my emo hair.
To cover one eye.
That would go in front of my eye, and I dyed my hair dark that summer. And so I came back like a totally different person.
We had a friend.
And I would sew my own clothes, and I went vintage shopping with Lauren all the time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then we would walk to Rosie's. There's a lot. I was pretty cool. I mean, now that I look back, I would have been way cooler now than I was then. Like, if I was in high school, but with my same personality that I had back then, I would be like a cool kid this day.
Okay.
Like, back then, we were kind of the rejects. Like, there was a group of us that we were all somewhat cool. Like, we knew we were cool, but no one else knew it yet.
Yeah.
And we were friends with everyone. Like, I never discriminated against a friend.
You're probably cooler than you thought you were.
I don't know.
Because I noticed it doesn't matter who you talk to, everyone has the same perception. Like, God, it's not like I wasn't like unpopular, but you're either not popular or you are popular. Yeah. But everyone feels like they're not popular or they have some sort of, they don't fit in.
I just like, I didn't necessarily not fit in because I hung out with every group. Like there were some groups that I didn't hang out with because they were douchebags, but there were most groups, all of the groups I did hang out with didn't make fun of other people kind of group. No. Like they were all just kind of a group of people that you met in class and then slowly became their friend.
Yeah, kind of chill people. Yeah.
But then I went to Orangewood. No one really cared about me after that.
Oh.
And that's when I thought about my death and how everyone would cry at my funeral.
Sad.
And then Garrett came to Orangewood. Actually, we re-met in Orangewood time.
Wow.
And then I dropped out of Orangewood because I apparently sucked that bad at school that I couldn't even graduate from Orangewood. It was too distracting there. It was fun. You smoked weed. People smoked cigarettes. There's fucking pregnant people. There's babies. Home ec was a blast. Making casseroles all day. Little pin cushions.
Oh, shit.
It was a good time. That's where I met Madison.
Teenage years were just weird for me.
It's just so weird.
Because I didn't go to school.
Yeah, so you don't have that.
I didn't have any friends until I went from having no friends, like I was just playing with a BB gun and my dog. Like
your mom.
Fuck off.
Your mom was like, "Oh, be sure I'll be your fan."
That was the weird thing too. So it's like, leave me alone. I'm so lonely. And
I'm fucking bad.
When you're a kid, you're all fucked up in the head. Your hormones are going everywhere.
True.
But then all of a sudden,
I'm so scared about having kids.
Oh, I know. That's the thing. It's because I know how I was. I was a maniac. I was so dramatic and upset all the time.
I love our parents. I do. They did the best they could with what they had. But we didn't have that structure that we probably craved at the time.
I loved it.
I could have been a way worse kid. Like, I should have technically gotten into really heavy drugs and been fucked from the start. But instead, for some reason, like there were times for sure that I would do drugs and get drunk and more drugs. And then I realized, I don't really want drugs. Like I had a phase of drug usage and drinking and partying. But that phase had happened when I got my own license. And when I got my own license, I didn't have a curfew because by the time I got my own license, I was like 18. So, so there was a period there where it just was like, all right, fuck it. She's on her own. And then, but all the years leading up to that, like high school, the reason I flunked out of high school was not because I was partying or getting drunk or doing drugs. It was because I literally would go home and decide to sew some pants or make a song or...
You were getting craftsy?
Yeah, like I was doing shit that had nothing to do with my schoolwork. Like I was like, fuck this. I just want to make stuff. And I would make jewelry. I made a lot of my own jewelry. I made a lot of my own like clothes. I would fix stuff that I got from vintage stores. Like that's all I did.
Yeah.
And then studies would come around and be like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. Why do I need this?
Yeah, school.
I know how to sew.
I think my parents saw early on that I didn't click with school, just mentally, because it wasn't that I wasn't smart. It maybe lack of structure, but also I was just so disinterested in things that I was never going to have interest in.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it felt like such a waste of time for my brain.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, my brain should be doing way more things than this.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that I do wish I would have paid attention to more is that a teacher, Miss V at Orangewood, that did a Photoshop class, and she did a yearbook class, and I had done like a few stuff in the yearbook things or whatever. And I regret not paying attention more in that class because that was fun. It was actually a really fun class to learn how to like manipulate pictures and like.
How is it that the continuation schools have better fucking programs than?
I don't know. I really enjoyed home ec. I thought home ec was the coolest.
Because they don't have shop anymore. It's only in the continuation schools.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they. I think they still have shop.
I think they realized that those kids that are in continuation schools, like especially back, I think early on, they realized
they knew it. They're like, okay, these aren't going to be doctors. They're not going to be scientists.
They're going to be tradespeople.
Yeah.
These people are going to learn how to do stuff
These are
and
tactile
make things.
people.
Exactly. We do better with our hands doing something.
Yeah.
Me, I'm just a social butterfly. I love talking to everyone in class.
You do.
It is my favorite thing to do. I distracted other people all the time from their work.
You were one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? My schoolwork. Hey, look at me. Look at my face.
I remember for a while I entertained going to college, but I think it was just so that I could hang out with Madison and do homework because she was doing homework all the time. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go to school and do homework too, so we can do homework together.
If college was free, I probably would go to a lot of classes.
Yeah. Oh, I've already decided. Within the next 2 years, I'm taking a welding class. I'm going to get my welder certification.
You should do it. That'd be cool.
I really want to do it. I love the idea of welding, and I also love the idea of working a CNC machine. Like, I love machine work. I think it's fucking fascinating.
Maybe, oh my God. You know Josh Welds? I got to show you the picture that he sent me today. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
He did some metal stuff for, what was she doing? She's an acoustic engineer.
That's cool.
I might be saying this wrong, but basically I was like, because they have like a 12-foot boom microphone stand, and there's like all this weird like metal shapes on the wall that they had. It looks like they fabricated, but I was like, what does she work with? Like harmonics of motors, because I know motors have, when they work on any type of motor, it has to harmonize at certain frequencies.
Yeah.
And they can those frequencies can collide and cause disruptive vibrations. So you want things to actually kind of harmonize, like voices.
Yeah.
When voices sing, it is a clear tone and it's an even resonance. The wavelengths match up. If they don't, when you hear someone who's flat and it doesn't match up with someone singing, you get this weird this kind of feeling that your ears are fluttering.
Yeah.
It's because frequencies are bouncing off each other and canceling out certain notes. And some of that's good, but they can actually utilize the science of frequencies to create a perfect harmonizing motor.
That's crazy.
And that's basically what she does.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's really weird. He said it was kind of an interesting acoustical engineer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what she is. But it was like really weird.
I love that. I don't know. The engineers of the world are a fascinating group of people. Mechanical engineers, manufacturing engineers, electrical engineers. There's so many people that go in civil engineers.
Yeah.
That's insane to me for someone to design an entire piping system of a city. Like that's crazy as a civil engineer. And like building roads and shit. That's weird. That's crazy to me.
That's really weird.
And then like an acoustical engineer.
Yeah.
Basically what you're doing is making the sounds and frequencies in other people's ears sound a certain way.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And so that motors operate with efficiency and they don't break down as fast.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so crazy to think that someone, I mean, even the cables, the way the cables are designed inside of all of like your pedals and things.
Oh yeah. That's why I love watching JHS pedals,
Yeah.
It's all the ins and outs of pedals and
But like someone engineered all the little pieces.
yeah.
Like someone looked at blueprints, put it into a machine, lathed it, and before that, people would hand manufacture this shit
Yeah.
and make it. And
Breadboards and all kinds of shit.
it's so insane to me. Like it's this my job that I do now has opened my eyes to the trades, and I really wish I would have gone into some sort of trade.
That's crazy.
Like as far as
You should do it.
I know. So I really want to do welding. Want to try that. HVAC, don't think I'm into it.
It doesn't seem very fun to me. Unless you're really into like the science of like, cubic pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. I find crazy, hard working jobs fascinating.
It is really fascinating.
And especially out here because it gets so fucking cold. And some of these people are out in these warehouses. Just, you know, like I went out to Metals Fab today and they were just blasting some, I don't even know what the fuck they were listening to when I drove up, but it was entertaining. And I think it was Missy Elliott, actually. No, not Missy Elliott.
People listen to a lot of different stuff out here.
It was
I've
weird.
noticed.
And then when I walked out, it was Led Zeppelin. So it was
Like, there's some people that look like white supremacists, and then they get in their car and legit be blasting like Katy Perry. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen quite. It's very hard to describe. It's very hard to explain
murders.
because it. In some ways, they are kind of closed off, like still kind of like, dude, that's fucking gay. Mm-hmm. But then they'll, like I said, they'll list. They have no.
Like they don't
qualms.
discriminate.
Yeah, they don't discriminate. They don't have any prejudice against any music.
Yeah,
Some people just listen to all kinds of different random shit.
it's true.
I'm like, what are you listening to?
It is. It's really. I like it out here. It's a weird fucking city. It surprises me every day.
It is a weird place. I like
Yeah.
it.
I do too.
I get reminded. I'm always trying to be cognizant of all of my things I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
But then I love when it just takes me off guard. Like I'll just be driving home and I see the sunset and I see all these pine trees and it's like this fog rolling in over these giant hills and I'm like, wow, this is gorgeous. Like this is what it's all about.
Yeah. It's a pretty place.
Fucking eagle comes down. Ah! I'm like, oh wow.
Dying eagle, apparently.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of air pollution.
I really want to. So next, like spring or fall, I want not even fall, summer. I want to get an Airbnb out in Leavenworth.
Okay. We gotta do
Their
that.
Airbnbs are adorable for one.
I'm sure.
Two, there's the most gorgeous little hikes tucked in all around there.
I know we talked about it
pretty
before, but that place is like Alps, Germany. It looks just like it's crazy.
There's fucking goats with horns.
There's a German town in Washington called Leavenworth. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
It's pretty
It's
great.
weird.
I love it.
Everything's Deutsch.
Deutsch, sprechen die Deutsch.
It's fucking nuts.
Well,
Let's call it.
all right, guys. Well, I hope you are having a fantastic morning, day, afternoon, about to go to work, coming home from work, driving home, driving to work, walking to work. I don't know. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a good day. Good night.
And tell them
And a
I
good
said what's
morrow.
up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but seriously, have a good one. This has been One Thing Leads to Another.
You can write us at leadanotherpod@gmail.com.
Lead another pod at gmail.com.
leadanotherpod@gmail.com.
That was a sound bite. I was going to sound a sound bit.
This is a scene beat.
That was a sound bit. Big.
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 Bye.